Hey, welcome to the Daily Dish. I'm Robert, and this is my pal Susan.
Hey there. Hi.
You're
What do you
breathing.
know? Yes, I'm breathing. I just got literally arrived home having taken my brother to the airport. Family's all gone. Got my little family of my husband and me now. And you have more family.
Yeah, family coming, and I mean, you're right. The ins and outs of family coming and going change your perspective. We've had a series of the kids going to camp and then going to visit Nona, then me going off there, and then Anna Maria going, and yeah, lots of comings and goings. So yeah, I know that relief feeling you feel like when you've got your small nuclear together again.
It's just the energy level changes.
Uh-huh.
And it's all good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's all good. Yeah.
yeah. Be blessed for all of it.
It was interesting because Dave said to me the whole idea of improv and the whole idea of, doing anything on screen or in front of a group or whatever just terrified him
Yep.
and wasn't, you know, and then when I said, come sit here and do this with me, it just totally changed it. He
That's so funny because we
was
had
ready
that.
to come to the jam the next day, except he couldn't because of
Yeah.
something. I was so surprised.
Well, it's funny. We just had that group yesterday, the real improvisers of Yes and Exercise, and discussing all these things and the barriers to entry, as it were, right? For why people get involved or don't. And I think it's a very regular human reaction to be interested, but still end up saying, not for me. And that not for me voice is an interesting one. I'm not seeing huge barrier walls like, oh, no, no, no. That's not the regular crowd. Most people like, that's interesting, but not for me. And it's a much more subtle thing. And like you said, it can be overcome with a direct interaction like that.
Yes, yes, that was the biggest thing that came out to me for me yesterday was if there's a connection with another individual who knows you, who knows a little bit about it, who says, "Yeah, come on, give it a shot."
I had a beautiful thing like that today. John Hurley, our good friend, it brought us Wendy, who we know from Rock Steady Boxing up there in the Maryland area. And she had me call into the end of their class, and they have a hybrid class, right? They have about 12 people in and several people who come in via Zoom. Had me come in, and it wasn't just like an introduce and play some games thing. She's like, I just want you all to meet this guy. And she had them come up from where they were sitting to the screen to introduce each one of them one by one and say, you need to meet Robert, you need to go to his class. And again, it was exactly what you're talking about. It was all that one-on-one. And
Wow.
what a gift, what a sweet thing. And her just saying, no, this
Yes,
guy is great. And I'm like, that's awesome. And
that's so yeah, yeah.
you know,
And over time, what we're calling the yaks factor has what's made a difference for so many people who were shy and hesitant and insecure and whatever it was, including me, um, to try to just show up.
I think we need to publish the Yaks Factor. We've been talking about that long enough, and so everyone's going to see this. So now it's a formal charge.
Okay, it's out there. It's
But
out
let's confirm we have the latest and greatest and put it up on the website. So go to yesandexercise.com and see this great piece that Susan wrote, what she calls the Yaks Factor, of what this is we're doing, right? And
there.
a little bit about why it matters.
I myself, Tuesday of this week, showed up quite unlike myself. I was flat. I kind of, if I didn't love being there, I wouldn't have been there. I was like, in my head, I just couldn't pull it together. And I was like, don't call on me. I just want to be invisible. And I was like, that's not the way you do this. And the very last thing that happened was superhero, where there were three of us off the screen and we knew nothing about ourselves. And we were to be told whatever there was to learn by the group. And and I'm like, oh. So I fortunately did not volunteer to be the first home superhero who got named Captain Spaghetti Sauce. And I thought, okay, that's funny. And then we were charged with a problem. And the problem was a volcano was about to erupt. And I thought, oh man, I just want to go to sleep. How do I get
Which is a great reaction to a volcano erupting.
right? And then the third person gets called on. We didn't even know our names. The group was assigning us. The third person gets named Petulant Paula, and she shows up with meatballs. And I thought, oh my gosh, what? And I was it. That it was going to end with me. I was like half toast. And somebody gives me the gift of the name Spicy Susan Meatball. And I jumped out of my chair and started shoving meatballs into this volcano. And I completely forgot you guys were there. I was focused on, and I heard you laughing, and I heard you telling people to help me stop this volcano from erupting with shoving spicy. And I was a different person. So the Yaks factor like saved my life yesterday, Tuesday afternoon.
I just love that it's that immediate and that transformative that you could find. And, I mean, not all the games are that broadly silly by any means. That's a big, broad, silly game. And it had a tremendous effect. That was our first time playing it. A lot of
Yeah.
people who know improv know the game Superhero. We played a variation of it, and you all played it extraordinarily well because at the foundation, saying yes and accepting the unknown. And not just okay, but like you were just demonstrating, going for it, shoving meatballs in the volcano.
It
Um,
worked. Stopped it. Saved the day. That was great.
Literally, scenically and literally, it did. So I can't say enough about that. Well, that's beautiful. That's well over 5, and that's a good time to say
Okay.
thanks for joining
Enjoy
us.
your family.
Yeah, you too. Take
Thank
care.
you.